What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Always Nigeria, finally coming back at you with another video. So I'm actually going to do two videos today. This first video is just going to be an update with school and how everything's going amidst COVID-19.
Coronavirus! I'm telling you, it's real.
AKA the coronavirus. Okay, so those of you who are just joining my channel, thank you for joining. To those of you who've been following me and who've been waiting on an update, thank you so much for continuously waiting, and I thank you for your patience and thank you for staying with me. So to everyone who has previously been following me, you know that I'm in nursing school, and you know I'm a second semester nursing school student. And how the program goes is every semester is broken up into 2 7.5-week courses. So I, by the grace of God, once again, passed my Med-Surg 2 class. Everyone knows that I was like, not necessarily struggling, but I was uncertain as to how it was gonna go because there was no homework in Med-Surg 2. It was just exams. So if you tanked one exam, according to the 17 students who had failed the semester prior to me, then you just pretty much bombed the class. And although I wasn't failing exams, I wasn't like breaking out A's with those exams. So thank God I was able to pass. It was crazy because so many people did end up failing the final, which was a HESI exam, that the nursing department allowed everyone to retake it. And thank God, I was only really wanting my friend to pass because I passed the first time around, so I didn't have to retake it. She didn't, but me and her have grown really close. She's like my nursing sister. You guys have seen her in prior videos. Her name is Unique. So she didn't pass that time, and luckily enough she was able to retake it, and I thank God she passed because I'm not sure how I would do this journey without her. Like I told you guys before, if you are in the nursing program, just start a nursing program, looking to be in a nursing program, one key thing is having someone who can help keep you accountable, who can just weather this storm with you, because nursing school is extremely hard, and if you don't have support, it makes it even harder. But no one is going to be able to support you and understand what you're going through like someone who's actually going through it. And the nursing program is tough. Any nurse that you talk to will tell you that. So I thank God she passed. So with that being said, about a week later I started my OB rotation, and then all this craziness with COVID-19 broke out. So at first, you know, I went to one day of clinical, and the nurses there were like surprised that, you know, that our school had stayed open and that we were able to come to clinical, because a lot of the nursing programs had stopped running and the hospitals were not accepting any students because they were trying to limit any, you know, anyone either acquiring it from us or giving it to us. So they had stopped students. So we were able to go that one day, and literally the very next day we received a email from our nursing department that told us that we were no longer be going to clinicals, that school had ceased. Even they even stopped us from doing it online. So basically all the other nursing programs had stopped going and doing face-to-face interactions, but they had converted everything over to like online, including clinical. Our school, on the other hand, stopped us from, what was it, March, I think 16th through, we're just now starting back up April 17th, and that's online. So from all that time, we were not doing anything. My instructor did tell us that we can go ahead and do our prep use and our HESI case studies because she was unsure when the program would start back up, but she told us to just get those out the way if we had time. Obviously, we all had time because we were not in school. So while I was working, because you guys know I started my job as a PCT, and I work midnight. So while I was working, anytime I had like a few minutes or so, I would go and answer a few questions just to knock out those assignments. So I got all those assignments done, and then come to find out, the day that we started back class, we were told that the nursing administration office had decided that none of that work counted and that they were restarting everyone from the beginning because it would be beneficial to us to have to redo it, whatever. So they reset us at midnight, and so now here I am having to restart and redo those assignments, which sucks because they took days and countless hours. To those of you in nursing school, you already know how long prep U's take and how annoying HESI case studies are. So yeah. Needless to say, I'm pissed about that. So that's how school is going. Literally, we just had our first day of class, our virtual class. What was it, Monday? Yes, Monday. And it was crazy. Or no, it wasn't Monday. It was Friday. So I worked midnight. So Thursday night, I got off work. Or not Thursday night. Thursday night, I went to work. I got off work Friday morning at 7:30 in the morning. I came home, got in the shower, everything. By the time I was able to lay down and go to sleep, it was literally time for me to get back up and log on, because the virtual classroom, it's literally like you and all your classmates on there, and we all have our cameras on, so and we see our instructor sees us. There's like a little button if you need to raise your hand for questions. You click that, and there's like this little hand that raises on like little icon underneath your video stream or video feed, and the instructor can literally call on you guys in order, because there'll be like a number on top of it. So whoever raised their hand first, they get called first. It's really crazy that they have come up with this, but they've done it. So basically that day was nothing but her answering questions and letting us know how things would run and what we needed to do, and really solidifying the fact that we had to redo our case studies and our prep U's. So basically that was like a few hours long, where we just set up, asked questions. She informed us what was going on, any of the changes that had been made and things like that. Basically that was it. So we were taking notes. She went over the syllabus, because obviously with them having to convert everything to online, a lot of things have changed. So we went over the syllabus, and that was that. So actually at 8 a.m. in the morning, I'm supposed to be logging back on with my clinical group, because it's great that my theory instructor is actually my clinical instructor as well. So I only have to reach out to one instructor, whereas a few of the people in my theory class, they have different clinical instructors, so they have to reach out to multiple instructors and get on one page. So I'm blessed to say that I have one. So anyway, I have to log on at 8 a.m. with my the rest of my clinical group and into the virtual classroom, and we're gonna obviously have some type of feed going back and forth with the instructor, and then she's gonna have us do or log into the virtual hospital. Yes, there's a virtual hospital. Literally, there's charts, there's doctor's notes, there's lab reports, there's all this stuff. There's the nurses' reports, or the assessments, the past medical history, the reason the patient is there, all these things. So honestly, we've only been playing around with it. We haven't had real assignments yet. That'll be tomorrow. So I'll let you guys know how I get acclimated to that, because I've been trying to get acclimated to the virtual hospital, but it's a little bit difficult to say that I'm good with it, because I haven't had an assignment to work with it. I've literally just gone through the tabs and read over the patient stuff and things like that. So who knows what the instructor's going to assign and what assignment I'll have to have. It's also timed. Yes, it's timed. There's an option though that you can pause it for like up to 90 minutes, but the instructors expect for us to be on the computer for our clinical times until the time of our assignment is up. So it might not be the entire 8-hour clinical, but it will be long enough to finish the assignment. So whether that's 2 hours, 4 hours, we don't know, but we do know that there's an option for us to pause it. And then after, this is what it is. This is why we're meeting her in the virtual classroom. So she said, even though, it's virtual, we still have to do everything. The state is still the government is still making us do everything like we would if we were face to face. So everybody knows when you go to clinical, you have a pre-meeting, and then you get your assignments, your caseloads, and you go out and do your thing. And then after that, you have a post-conference. So pretty much at 8 in the morning, we're going to have our pre-meeting. She's going to assign us our patients. Then we're going to go to the virtual hospital, do what we got to do. And then once we're done and our assignment is up, it'll let us know. And then we have to click some button to save it. And then it alerts her that we're done. And then we're going to have to meet up with her in the virtual classroom again, and then have our post conference. So that's how that goes. Yes, we're still required to do all of our Gordon's assessments and our own our care plans and things like that. She said that we'll just have to, like, I guess, print them out, write in them, or type them up, or download them, write on them, print them out, and then scan them over to her. Yeah, so since there's nothing face to face, everything's gonna be over the, you know, the computer. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. And so that's pretty much where I'm at with school. The only thing that I wanted to talk about with work is that it's my entire unit is a COVID unit. I'm working with all COVID positive patients. I won't tell you guys where I work at or which hospital I work at, but just know that this is real. It's taking like a real toll on my psyche. All of us have gone from being like excited and happy to help to like now we're like burnt out. Our caseload is like ridiculous for the amount of patients that we have, and then it's just us, and then the PPE, we were running out. Patients are dying left and right. You know, we have seen some patients, they made it through this, and that's amazing. But then the patients who do die, it's so sad because we are personally having to bag and tag them. Literally, I'm having to wash patients up after they're deceased, put them in a bag, tag them, and then carry them off the unit once there's room in the morgue, or leave them until there's room in the morgue. So it's a very sad situation. The saddest thing is losing the patients and them being gone by themselves because no one can come and visit them. Or even if there's one person that can come visit, a lot of times no one's coming because they don't want to risk contracting it and then taking it home to someone else that they love and risk losing someone else that they love. So to prevent that, no one is showing up to see these patients. These patients are dying along. It's very sad. And they also decrease in their they destat very fast. Their psych goes very bad. Like, I've had a patient who was ANO times 4, and then a few days later ANO times 1, or just confused 100%, like no longer knows where they're at, who they are, what day it is, what year it is, nothing. So these patients are very hard to care for because you're also thinking about the fact that you're putting your health at risk, because this is new. Even though they're saying that it's been around for a minute, it's new to the point where it's become a pandemic and no one really knows how good this PPE is working. I don't care what they say. Too many nurses and doctors and essential staff has gotten diagnosed with it for them to say that this PPE stuff is working 100%. People I know personally, who work with me personally, or who work with people I know personally, have gotten it. Thank God all the people that I know have recovered, but all the staff that I know have recovered. But it's just like, you know, you just never really know. So it's also very scary for us to be in a room with a patient and they're constantly coughing, because that is aerosol, and aerosol is what allows it to, you know, come in contact with you. Like, it's not going to just touch you and, oh shoot, you got the coronavirus. It's, you know, getting inside of you that makes you susceptible to contracting it. And although, you know, I feel like the ones of us that's working so closely with this are becoming not immune to it, but like we're probably getting small doses of it, but we're not showing symptoms. And it's just alarming and it's scary because you never know that even though you may be asymptomatic, you could potentially give it to someone you love and care for. And I have really small children, and I couldn't imagine giving them something like this when I know that I'm watching people literally lose their lives. And, you know, like I said, we have had a small portion of people who have gotten better, but with a child, you just never know, because their immune system is nowhere near as strong as ours. Their respiratory system nowhere near as strong as ours. So I just say, you know, just be careful out here. Wash your hands. Take off those goddamn gloves while you're walking around cross-contaminating every damn thing. Put on a mask, wash your hands, and call it a damn day. I squirt myself down with alcohol. Like, I have a spray bottle full of alcohol and I squirt myself down. I was using that same spray bottle. I had like 2 drops of bleach or 2 capfuls of bleach in it mixed with water and hand soap. And when I would leave out of stores and things like that, I would squirt it in my hands. But I stopped doing that because my hands started burning really bad every single time. So I'm like, maybe the bleach is like eating through my skin. So now it's just strictly a bottle filled with alcohol, and I just squirt my hands down, squirt down my steering wheel. Any bags that I have, I squirt that down really fast, and I call it a day. At the end of the day, as long as you're washing your hands, you're good. That's it. Like, it can't get in your freaking mouth unless you're putting something in your mouth and you touched it and you didn't wash your hands. So if you washed your hands, then you're good. I mean, like, these things from the grocery store are packaged. Rinse the crap off if you need to and wash your hands. You know, it's just, it's alarming. So please, you guys, be safe out there. Wash your damn hands. Take off them damn gloves and throw them in the trash. Better yet, stop wearing them from store to store and touching item to item, and just stop. Just wash your hands. Always wear the mask, but wash your hands. Don't wear the gloves. It's becoming ridiculous. And then you guys are just throwing it on the ground, and it's just disgusting and very unsanitary. So now we have all these little COVID items just on the ground. Just come on. Be smart about what you're doing. Think about your actions and be safe out here. This is going to end this video. I'm going to jump right into another video. No one knows this. Well, only my closest friends and people I'm really close with know that I've decided to get do a body transformation. So I'm going to get lipo 360 and a BBL. So the next video that I'm going to jump right into is going to be going into things that I've gone through so far to prepare for that. So to those of you who are just joining me, I thank you. I hope that you like this video. I hope that you like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you have any questions, comment below, or you can always email me at always.nygeria@gmail.com. That's always.nigeria@gmail.com. All right, that's it. Holla at your girl.